What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Not even domination. Destruction tonight by them boys. Destruction. The Knicks beat the Hawks 140-89. You see right there, OG Anunoby, 29 points, 7 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, breakout game for him, 24 points, 5 rebounds. But the big cat with another triple-double tonight, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. The captain added in 17 points. Josh Hart, 14 points. Them boys shoot 59% from the field, 36% from three. They out-rebounded the Hawks 46-35, excuse me. The boys have over 33 assists. At one point in this game, guys, the Knicks were up 60-19. 60-19. I mean, at the end of the first quarter, it was 40-15. The game was over after that. Destruction is what we're going to call this. That's what you do, man. That's what you do. The Knicks won the first quarter 40-15, like I stated. The second quarter, 43-21. The third quarter, 34-28. And by that time, the starters were out. And they lost the fourth quarter, 23-25. Destruction. This was the largest playoff victory ever. Ever. I told you guys. I said it here on this show. I think the Hawks woke up a monster. After that Game 3 loss, trust me, there were serious conversations in the back. Guys were talking with each other, whether it's the team, management, whomever. But there were serious conversations, and the Knicks said, okay, let's stop playing games with these boys. We were playing too much. And I told you guys, I said it here on this show. I said after we won that game, which was game 4, I said the Knicks are going to win the next 2 games. Just the way we won game 4, I said, okay, there's no way these boys can play with us. None at all. And what happened the game after that? The Knicks won, and then they just obliterated the Hawks tonight. And this is how it always should have looked. This should have been a sweep. But we were playing with our food. I told you the Hawks woke up a monster. I told you that. Here on this show, I said the Hawks woke up a monster. And it seems like to me, you guys let me know, it seems like to me they've unlocked something. They've unlocked something in the playoffs. They have. I think going forward, man, this is what it's going to look like. I think it's just me. I'm just saying, because the way we look, I think we're starting to hit our stride. We're starting to hit our stride. Beautiful game, man. Beautiful game. Beautiful game. The Knicks have now moved on to the second round of the playoffs for the last 4 straight seasons. This is the most that this has happened to the Knicks since those Patrick Ewing teams. Patrick Ewing and them boys made it out of the first round 9 straight years. That's how great the Knicks were back then during my era. That's when I was really watching them heavy. I was a young buck, you know what I mean? With my pops watching them heavy. And that's when the Knicks were awesome when Ewing was there. Always always in the hunt. Always one of the best teams in the league. Always. Sometimes you don't realize how good they were. 9 straight years they made it out of the first round. 9 straight years. This team has done it 4 now. And they move on to the East semis to either face Boston or maybe even Philly, man. Boston's struggling tonight. Philly's giving them problems. Problems. I mean, we'll talk about that later. Who would we rather face? But man, it's not a little ball. Philly's up 94-78 on them boys. 5:24 left in the fourth. Boston's got problems, man. Boston's got problems. Let me see. How much did Embiid have tonight, man? Look at the box. How much did Embiid have tonight? Embiid got 19. But it's Maxey and Paul George. See, their all-stars are coming to play, man. Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid. Last 2 games, their all-stars have come to play. Jaylen Brown only got 18. Tatum got 17. Yo, Boston's in trouble, man. Boston's in trouble. See, once the playoffs, once people find out kind of like a little chink in the armor, they're going to attack that. And they have no answer for Embiid. And they have no answer for Maxey. This is going to be very, very interesting. But I'm happy. The reason I'm bringing it up is because it gives us more time off, especially with Josh Hart's back and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Anybody question that he wasn't going to play? I knew he was going to play today. I knew Josh was going to play. I wasn't even worried about that. I knew he was going to play. I knew it would be an issue. But this gives us more time off, man, because I think the next game for Boston and Philly is going to be Saturday. So I'm assuming we either play Monday or Tuesday. So the Knicks are going to have some time off. Great game for them boys, man. Domination. No. Excuse me. Let's go back. What's the word again? Destruction. That's the word of the day, people. That's the word of the day. All right, let me go into the chat, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. It's truly appreciated. This was easy, man. Wire to wire win, man. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Chaz Blanks, long time no see, man. Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Rondo, one of my day ones. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big Task. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Cece, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. What Guan, what's going on, man? Long time no see. One of my guys. I hope all is well with you, sir. Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Black Moreno. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. A lot of my guys rolling through tonight, man. I appreciate y'all. Vibes. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Eddie Kofi. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Killer B. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. BQ from BK. Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Everybody coming through, man. I truly appreciate it. If you can, please make sure you do so. Please hit that like button for me, man. Please hit that like button for me. Great game for the captain, man. Great game for the captain. I thought he was awesome tonight. But it was easy work, man. Easy work. Easy work for him. Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Truly appreciate it, man. Truly appreciate it. Easy work for the captain. Let's hear from Brunson tonight, man, what he was talking about. Listen, man, guys, this feels good, man. This feels good. This is awesome victory, man. Destruction is the word of the day. Beautiful win. Let's hear from the captain.
First half, what made you guys so effective right off the opening tip?
I mean, I think the way we're playing defense, we were finding a way. They went a quick run early in the game, but we found a way to stay poised, stay locked in, kept getting stops, kept creating turnovers, getting out in transition. Just made the game easy for us.
Yeah, gentlemen, you guys answered a 9-0 run with a 31-4 run, just so you know. What changed between Game 3 and Game 4 for this team?
I think we just need to lock in a little more. There's 2 one-point victories that we could have won. 1-point losses that we could have won, but I think our focus changed a little bit. Attention to detail really matters, and we just found a way.
Jalen, it looks to me like this team continues to gain confidence. Guys are just playing their best basketball when it counts. What do you think has been allowed this team to do this?
I think just that. I think the confidence that we have, playing for each other. just find a way, just stick together, most importantly.
Jalen, thank you so much. Congrats on a phenomenal game, a great series, and we'll talk to you in the next round, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Listen, well said. I love what the captain stated. He said we had to stick together, man. And I love that. I think what happens is that sometimes, with all the outside noise, and I know it's cliche, they say, oh, turn off the noise, turn off the noise. We don't listen to what's going on out there. But I think in some ways they did probably listen to what was going on out there. And what I mean by that is, I think there was what happened in game two. Game two was big because they were up, they were winning, and they started coasting. And I thought, to Brunson's point, he said we need to lock in more. But also, too, they know the noise that's out there. They know. It's a very, very real thing. So I think when you know what's going on out there, or you kind of hear little whispers of what could possibly be said, it brings you guys closer, right? Things like that either divide you, break you in half as a team, or brings you closer. It seems like with this team, it's brought them closer. The beautiful thing about this team is that they're battle tested. Even though Towns and Bridges are new because they just came here last season, they're also battle tested. Bridges going to the finals with the Suns, Carl going to the Western Conference Finals with Minnesota. So all these guys are battle tested. OG with Toronto winning the championship, right? So all these guys know how to win in moments like this, and they know how to lock in. And that's why it was so much excitement about this season, right? And so much, just expectations for this season, because we knew based on what this team is, how they're wired, and just, the playoff basketball that they've had, it's their time now. Now it's their time. And to Brunson's point, I think they had to lock in more because of those two losses. And these last three games, you're seeing a team that's hitting their stride at a perfect time. Perfect timing. And I think it's great to see. I think they found something with Towns at the top of the key. Another triple-double for him, of course. They found something with him, turning him into a Joker type of player, which I think is great. Towns had 12 tonight. I think he had 12, right? Or 14. Let me make sure I got that right. I think he had 12 tonight. He had 12 tonight on only 4 shots. Only 4 shots. That's because he's being the hub. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because everybody else is getting off. And the beauty of that is because he's such an offensive juggernaut, him and Brunson, that you forget about OG. And now OG's getting busy. It's his third game now. He's just dominating. OG's he looks like the best player on the court. Even though you got 2 all-stars out there, 3 actually with Jalen Johnson, he looks like the best player out there. Defensively and offensively. And I'm going to tell you a little nugget, too, which I think was really, really good tonight. You started seeing Mikal Bridges starting to feel his confidence, right? The ball's starting to go through the basket now. You saw him play well. He had 24 tonight. And see, that's perfect. This is perfect timing for a guy like that. Going into the next series, feeling confident with your shot, being aggressive, going to the rim, just all those things, just seeing that, getting your rhythm back. And this is why, like I said on this show, you can't give up on that guy. He's having a tough series. It happens. But you're going to need him in the next series. I said that. You're going to need him. And so to me, this was the perfect game for him to kind of start kind of going off and seeing the shots going, layups, mid-range, all that stuff, finishing at the rack. All those things. And it's like we're hitting our stride at a perfect time, man. A perfect time. Perfect time. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let me go ahead. Thomas Banks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Let me go in the chat, man. See what you guys talking about, man. Everyone's talking to that guy. Chaz Blanks. Yeah, BTA, yeah, man. Absolutely, man. Yo, they were up 60-19 at one point, man. 60-19. That is insane. The Hawks just they knew they were finished, man. They knew they were finished. I think after game 4, we took their heart. I think that was it after that. And they can never recover, right? And so we're just that much of a better team. And so I'm not saying I saw this coming, but I saw the Knicks winning the next 2, which I stated on this show. But it's BTA, man. The game was over after the first quarter, man. They were up 40-15. They were up 40-15 after the first. Big Tassie destruction, yeah. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, man. And at one point during this game, they were up by 61, like 60-something points. I was like, yo, this is crazy, man. This girl over says, yeah, Cat had a triple-double. Yo, right, that's crazy, man. Yo, Cat looks like, he looks like a monster out there, man. This offense looks great, man. Offense looks great. Black Monano says OG was wild, and your OG was getting busy, man. Boys are getting busy. Well, Guan says, where are the critics now? Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, listen, they're still going to be out there, man, until we get to the finals. So let's be clear on that. Well, Guan. I'm happy about this, but this is, the Knicks should have won this in 5. So I'm not too like, all right, this is a big deal. I mean, I think it's a big deal for confidence for them, but this is what they should have did to this. These guys aren't better than the Knicks. Not even close. The noise isn't going to stop what go on until we get to the finals. We get to the finals, win, lose, or draw. Well, no draw, but win, lose, we'll be good. We'll be good. Then you stop hearing critics, but we got to get to the finals. This girl says, did I not say the other day, LV, that the Hawks woke up a sleeping giant? Agreed. I did too, man. I said the same thing. You said a sleeping giant. I said a monster. I think they woke up a monster. Big Tass says, this game reminds me of the scene from yeah, man. Vibes, them boys did NBA history tonight. Over, yeah, man. This is the biggest playoff victory. Biggest victory, man, as far as numbers go, man. It's just insane what they did to them boys. Eddie Kofi, annihilation. Yo, word up, man. Black Monero says, I want to know, what was the coach's thought process these last 2 games? I'll say this. I think it was an understanding of like, all right, we got to change some things up here. And then I think also too, I think the guys, meaning the players, really picked up the intensity. I think they were sleepwalking. I think they were. That's the truth. I think they took these guys for granted initially, especially after the first game, because I was there live, and it was easy, man. And the Knicks didn't play that great, the best basketball that day, but it was just easy. The game was easy. It was like, I don't want to say they weren't playing hard the first game, but they were just making dumb mistakes, and they were winning easily. They were up by 7, up by 8, up by 9, and they weren't even playing their best basketball. And so, with that being said, they probably felt like they can coast through this. And game 2 was the same thing. They were beating them easily, and then they started becoming sloppy. And then you gave the Hawks some confidence, and then game 3 came, same thing. They was playing sloppy, so they just locked in. They locked in and said, all right, let's not even play with our food. And this is what you should do. And so I think it's more so the players, Black Moreno, and I think also, too, they found something with Towns playing this Joker role. They found something. And now that's something that they're going to be able to use, because Towns is gravity, man. He's such a weapon because he's a center at the top of the key that can do what he does. He's like Joker, same thing. So you got to put a small guy on him. If not, he'll destroy centers. I mean, this is just what he does. And so you're so afraid of him and what he, so that's why he's getting triple doubles. His numbers aren't, because he's just passing to open guys, and he's such a willing passer. He's not a nut. Like, he ain't just going to be trying to run through people and score. He's going to go to the basketball play, right? Which is the open guy, run the play, boom. I'm going to take with the smart basketball play. And that makes him a hell of a ball player, because they're so worried about him going off that they just overplay. They don't worry about OG. They don't worry about Bridges. And those guys are great offensive players too. And so, and Bridges has proven that throughout his career. He's just been having a tough year, but he could go off. He can. He's just that good. And you never know. A game like this is kind of like, this can wake up a sleeping giant too in him. So you got to respect those guys. And if you don't, it'll become an avalanche like what you saw tonight. And then you're so worried about them, you forget about Towns, you forget about Brunson, the All-Stars, and they start going off. Then defensively, you've seen what we were, ferocious, right? And so it just opens up, it just becomes an avalanche, man. And that's basically what happened tonight. Eric Green says total domination, the defensive energy started the route. Fantastic. Eric Green, agreed. I think the Hawks, what were they up? I think they went on a 9-0 run or something like that. I think they went on a 9-0 run, right? And then the Knicks went on from there. The Knicks went on a 34-4 run. I'm gonna say it again. The Hawks went on a 9-0 run, right? They went up, I think, 9-7 or something like that. The Knicks went on a 34-4 run and just blew the game open. And that was from turnovers and steals. And I mean, I think if I'm correct, I think in the first quarter, man, I think the Hawks had like 8 turnovers or something like that. Something crazy. Let me look at the box score really quick, man. It was just insane, man. Knicks had 16 steals tonight, man. 16 steals and 6 blocks. The Knicks got 26 points over the Hawks' 19 turnovers. I'm going to say it again. They got 26 points over the Hawks' 19 turnovers. And they had 35 fast break points to the Hawks' 8. And the Knicks had 66 points in the paint to the Hawks' 38. The largest lead tonight for the Knicks was 61. Destruction. Okay? I'm going to say it again. Destruction tonight. Talking about making a statement, man. Statement win. Statement. Okay, Big Taz says, this game reminds me of the scene from the movie A Bronx Tale, right? Where she goes, stop. And the friend goes, I don't care. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. This girl says, Dyson Daniels about to go on. Yo, he's going to give their spirit to Sri Lanka. Yo, what was that going on with him and Mitch, man? First of all, you saw what happened, right? He straight elbowed Mitch in his chest, right? Like that was insane. So that's why Mitch kind of put his elbow up his neck. And then the old boy tried to like break Mitch's arm. That's old school stuff. He tried to bring his arm and snap it like that. He says that's a dirty, dirty play, man. Guys elbow all the time, but you ain't trying to hurt nobody. Let me see if I can find that play, man. Let me find it out. I mean, that was nasty work. Nasty work from him. Nasty work. Thought that was just really, really uncalled for, man. Actually, I'm going to bring that up in a second, right? Let's hear from the Big Cat, man. Let's hear from the Big Cat. I'm going to bring him up right now. He's been sensational, man. Has he not? Yo, hasn't the Big Cat just been awesome? Awesome. His gravity, man, has opened up so many things for this team. So many things. Make sure I got the volume correct for you guys here, all right? Another triple-double for the Big Cat. Make sure the volume is good. All right, cool. We're good. All right, let's hear from Towns.
Cat, what were you expecting this game to be like?
I thought they were going to come out and be their best. And I talked about it, we can't just meet the moment, we got to exceed it. And I thought we did a great job of doing that tonight. That's an amazing team on the other side, very well coached. And we knew we needed to be our best tonight if we expected to win. I thought we did a good job of coming close to that.
All of you guys really played well. You had a triple-double and just 4 shots passed.
Yeah, 4 shots?
Just 4 shots. You only took 4 shots. You had a triple-double. Your passing was incredible. Cat.
Towns' response to only have 4 shots, that tells you he's just in the flow of the game, man. He's just in the flow of the game. He's not thinking about how many points he scores or what, because he knows he can get busy, man. Come on, he's gonna be, like I said, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, man. So he knows how good he is, but he understands that if he can get everybody off, right, like Mitch and just with everybody, if he can get them going, it's gonna open up everything else for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so he understands that. So he's not sitting there trying to get his numbers. It's unnecessary because he knows what he could do. So he's not, he's not caught up in that. And to me, that was the awesome part about it. You know what I'm saying? Just him kind of just playing in the flow of the offense, man, and just being him. But they're going straight through him, man. Everything is going through Cat, and that's how it should be, man. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. All right, cool. I found the thing with Mitch right here, man. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. Yo, Dyson Daniels was a dirty player, man. He's mad. He's mad. He was getting smacked on. You know what I mean? He was tearing. He was blowing him out. Now look at Dyson Daniels here. Look what he's doing to Mitch. See how he's loading up? Look at his face right there. Watch how he loads up with the elbow.
I think there was
bam right there. See that? He loaded up on Mitch just like that. Now Mitch puts the elbow in his neck, right? But then he tries to snatch his arm like that. Yo, that's dirty, man. He could have, I don't want to say broke his arm, but he could have dislocated his elbow or something. Because look what he did right here. He tries to pull it and yank it. So that's why Mitch looked at him like this. And then, gets into a little fracas. Mitch didn't really have no problems with it. He's laughing. Mitch is there laughing, right? It ain't really nothing. And then I don't know what happened to where Mitch started wilding right now. I don't know what changed. Somebody must have said something. Somebody must have said something. And look, take a look at it here and again too. So Mitch just kind of, he's laughing, but I want to show you guys something. We almost had another Van Gundy situation, but with Mike Brown. Here goes Mike Brown running in right there. See Mike Brown? Mike Brown's right there, right? Now watch this. Look at him on the ground. Yo, my man, how you just fall like that? Look at Mike Brown on the ground. Dude, get up. Let's look at it again. Mitch, he tries to yank Mitch. Mitch ain't even that serious. He's kind of laughing at the dude like, yo, whatever, man. And he's laughing like, whatever. Mitch ain't even getting bent out of shape. Here comes Mike Brown. Look at him right there. Mike Brown's running. He's trying to help the ref up. Then he gets in there, and then he just falls. Like, what, my man, what are you falling for? No one else is falling. Everyone's tripping over him. Yo, my man, if you're going to get up in there, man, you got to have a stronger base, man. Can't be falling so easily like that. Crazy, man. Yo, JW, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. The word of the night is destruction tonight from them boys. Destruction. Knicks win this 140-89. OG Anunoby, 29.7 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 24 points, 5 rebounds. Gail Barry, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Come on, man. Vaughn Allen coming through here. Vaughn Allen, 40 piece. What's going on, Vaughn? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Hey, Brian, 2009, man. It's my first time seeing you coming through rocking with LV, man. Hey, listen, if you can, please subscribe to the channel, man. That's what I do after every Knicks game. So, Brian, man, 2009, I appreciate you coming through, man. Please subscribe, man. Come through and rock with me and my crew, man, after every game. So I appreciate you coming through. Okay, let me go in here. Okay. Gail says, what's up, LV, man? Knicks did it. As in life, sometimes adversity builds character. Well said. J.B. Hart Brown heard the chatter and came to their senses. Now, the sky may be the limit. Agreed. Gail Barry, well said. I appreciate you coming through rocking with me again tonight. Beautiful breakdown. Well said. Adversity does build character. And yes, they did hear the chatter. They did. Brunson, all those guys say, we don't want to listen to the outside noise. We don't. That's nonsense. They hear it. They hear it. They've heard it. And they said, okay, we got to tighten up. We got to tighten up. And that's what they did these last 2 games, man. I mean, there's just, I don't know who said it earlier, but they used the word annihilation. I love that too. You know, LVO says dominating performance, right? I always say that. Tonight's destruction. But any other word you want to use it. Because that's what it was tonight. I forget who said it, like I said earlier. They said annihilation. Look at Vaughn Allen, executioners. Yeah, that's what it was tonight, man. That's what it was tonight. Insane. This girl says, Dyson elbowed Mitch and then ripped his arm. Yo, he could have hurt him, man. Bad. Guys get elbowed all the time. I've got elbowed numerous times in the game, right? It happens, man. That's how it is in battle, right? It's okay. But when he tried to pull his arm like that and yank it like that, yo, he could have dislocated his elbow, man. Something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's a really, really dangerous move. Really dangerous. Yeah, CC right, definitely mortal. Yeah, man. That's crazy what he did. It was no need for that. No need at all for that. None. JW built to A, right? Hawk Island Hawks, right? Can you say barbecue chicken? Agreed. Yuri, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV live tonight. Big time win for the boys. All I gotta say is you want it. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Hey, listen, man, great win for them boys, man. Great win. Awesome win, man. But see now, with all this happening, right? With everything that's happening, everything. We get time to relax. Because you guys see what happened tonight, right? You see what happened tonight, man. Boston's in trouble, man. Boston's in trouble. Boston's in a lot of trouble, man. A lot of trouble. Boston's in a lot of trouble, man. And the reason why I'm saying that is because they don't have anybody for Embiid. Nobody for Embiid, just like they don't have nobody for Towns. And so, once again, it's all about matchups. And I know people were saying that, Embiid shouldn't have came back and all these other issues and stuff like that, which is valid. I understand the frustration because he felt like the Sixers were playing better when he wasn't in the lineup. But yo, man, they have nobody for Embiid. This is gonna be some problems for them, big time. So how would you guys feel? Would you guys be okay with having for Philly? I don't care who we get. I think we knock everybody off. Embiid is, Embiid. He's shaky. They have nobody else but Maxey. Paul George is a shell of himself. We got 2 centers for Embiid, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, it's not looking good for Boston right now. I think they pull it out? I do, but that Embiid thing is a problem for them. A problem, a major, major, major problem. But to me, I don't care who we get. I don't care who we get. We want all smoke. All smoke. I'm going here and go and listen to some of the people commentate here. Let's take a look. I want to hear from the coach, man. I want to hear what he's saying tonight about tonight's game. Okay. All right. Here's the coach right here. Let's listen to him. Listen to him break down tonight's win. I gotta tell you, man, I have a stronger base, man. He getting pushed around, falling and stuff. There's a little scuffle, man. We got to have a stronger base, man. Yeah, he get pushed over and falling. I'm like, yo, dude, come on, man. All right, let's listen to Mike Brown about how he felt about tonight's win.
And like I said, I give my entire staff, Chris Gent, Brendan O'Connor, Rick Brunson, Darren Erman, Ricky Foy, T.J. Saint, Mo Cheeks, Mark Brunt, Chuck Allen. I know I'm forgetting Jordan Brink, Joe. I don't know how to say Joe's last name. Joe, I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean, Peter Patton. I mean, I could go on and on. Billy Lang, on and on and on about the guys that carried me, and I'm the one sitting up here. But those guys were phenomenal, getting us prepared for the series, and they were phenomenal throughout the course of the series. So I take my hat off not only to our players, but to my entire coaching staff, including the video room and the performance group. And
Okay, so
like I said, I give my
so what he's doing is playing politics here. Remember when he was brought in here, right? He was brought in here to be more of a connector, right? To use your coaches and kind of be able to give off certain responsibilities to certain guys, because Tibbs didn't do that. It was a straight dictatorship here with Tibbs. And so they wanted someone that could come in here and be able to, use the coaching staff and, kind of give certain guys responsibilities and, everybody be collaborative, right? Collaborate together and be able to be open-minded. Everybody have a hand in this. And so it makes sense why he's calling out everybody, because he said he's the one up there talking, but they've kind of helped him. They're the reason why the team is here today. And so this collaborative approach is what they wanted for this season. Now, to me, job's not finished, in the words of the great, Kobe Bean Bryant, because the goal is finals. Like that's it. Like this was supposed to happen. So the goal is finals. But he's naming all these guys because he has to let it be known. Like, listen, man, it's everybody that's involved from top to bottom. Even he talked about the video guys at the end. So it's going to take a collective thing. It just is, for everybody to make this work here. And so I think that's why he's naming everybody. And I totally agree with him. I mean, they look great tonight, man. They look really, really, really good. So, you just gotta give credit to the coach and to the whole coaching staff, man, like he just stated. Okay, this Grover says, I was crapping on Mike Brown after game 3, but for game 4 through 6 was exactly the type of proactive game planning we were begging our previous coach to put into motion, but never did it until it was too late. Well, this Grover, I'm glad you said that. Well said by you, sir. But that's why he's not here. That's why he's not here. And because of that, lack of proactive, Tibbs is gone. And this guy is put into place here. And they wanted collaboration, man. That's what they wanted. It's well documented. And they have that now with this guy. And all hands are on deck to help these guys get to where they need to get to. But trust me when I tell you this Grover, there were serious conversations that happened after game 3. Serious. And so guys got on board. I think what's changed everything, if you the two things to me that's changed everything. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. Big time win for the boys, 140-89. Hey, Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with me. Long time no see, Coach. Everybody, if you guys coming through, please hit that like button for me, please. The two things that changed in this series, two major things, is they made a defensive decision by putting Josh Hart on C.J. McCollum. When they made that decision, he has turned his water off totally. C.J. McCollum now looks like a 34-year-old ball player. Like, he's turned his water off. That was number one to me. Because in order to get back in place and you guys have a dominating performance like this, it's got to start on the that end of the court. But the second thing, which could be just as big, but it's not, it's right behind it, is them running everything through Towns and using Towns as a hub, as they say. But he's basically like they have him in a joker role with this The same way they use Joker in Denver, they're using Towns. And now Towns is using all of his weapons. All of his weapons. Everything is coming through Towns. And he's taking full advantage of that opportunity, of that mismatch, whoever's on him. You have a small guard on him, he's going to look right over and pass on him because then there's a mismatch somewhere, and that's where you just find it. Then, if it's a big guy, he's taking him to the Baja, or he can't get out there fast enough. He's doing a head fake, going to the rack, finishing. Or what Towns is doing now, he's taking 2 steps to the rim. He's spraying to the corners. He's been doing that now. Then you get out to him too slow, he's knocking down threes. And then the beauty of Towns, 50, 40, 90. He's 10 for 10 from the free throw line. So now pick your poison. And with the way OG is playing, we look unstoppable right now. And Brunson looks the healthiest he's looked all year. And now Bridges seems like he's starting to get his rhythm. Everything is hitting its stride right on time. Right on time. But the key is we're going through Towns. He's getting all the touches. So he's running basically the whole offense. Everything is going through him. Everything. Beautiful, man. Beautiful to see. Lionel Monas, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big time win for them boys, 40-89. A massacre tonight. A massacre. Sometimes, see how we got quiet, man. It's just, you ain't got nothing to say, man. I told you, man, at one point, Knicks were up 60-19, man. 60-19. All right, let's listen to Josh Hart, man. The heart and soul of the Knicks. Anybody worry if he was going to play tonight? You knew he was going to play, man. You knew Josh was going to play. Listen to Josh and what he has to say about tonight's win. Okay, let me one second here. Close this out. All right, here we go. All right, cool. Let's listen to Josh.
Yeah, probably. I think everybody was locked in on the task at hand. Yeah, we were locked in, man. So I think so.
How do you explain the ball movement and the chemistry?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we were focused on having a great attention to detail, and coming out and closing the game out, and that's kind of how we approached the game from the start, and we tried to set a tone. Yeah.
Listen, well said by him. Hey guys, let me ask you something. Is it possible, right? Is it possible? This is off topic here, but is it possible you could wait for these guys to get out of their towels and stuff to enter? He just got out the shower and they got a mic in his face. He got a towel on, he ain't got no clothes on, and he got, got a shirt off. These reporters are like, yo, my man, I ain't got no clothes on. Give me 5 minutes. Let me put on a short and some shorts, sweats, and a t-shirt. Now you can talk to them. These reporters are like parasites, right? Yo, man, and there's dudes up in there. Yo, my man, yo, let me get dressed first. Can you say what you want to see me with my shirt off? What's wrong with you? Wait outside for a second. Look, he has no room. They all in his face. I'm like, yo, my man, I have no clothes on, dogs. None. Yo, none. Like, yo, can I get dressed? Give me 5 minutes. Just chill out for a second, man. All right, I got my stuff. All right, come on. All right, what's the question, man? Dag. Josh got his towel on. You see McKellar's right next to him. McKellar's got his stuff on, too. They just got out the shower. These dudes just on their head top. Pause. These guys, man, relax, man. Anyway, great breakdown for him, man. Like he said, man, it's execution, man. Execution. I think the Knicks wanted to kind of get, they wanted to get rid of these dudes, man. I think the Knicks understood the task at hand. They realized these guys aren't better than them. Like they know that. And to Josh's point, they wanted to, just take advantage of this, man. And they were locked in. Attention to detail and all that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what, close out the game. That's it. Close out the game, go home. Okay, so guys, here's Towns. And the big cat is talking about how they're talking to him about how the offense is being run through him. This might unlock something too, man. Running it through Towns, man. This might unlock something, man. Vaughn, yo, Vaughn, come on. Vaughn, am I lying? Yo, Vaughn, am I lying? My son got on the towel, and he got the you see them sitting down, they got the towel on too. They got the towel up here, they got the towel on their legs. So you know he ain't got no clothes on. They got the mic on their face like this. Pause. You like, yo, my man, you don't back up. Come on, dogs. I ain't got no clothes on. I know. I'm trying to interview. Yo, my man, step outside, dogs. Look, give me 5 minutes. These dudes, wild boys, man. Yo, word up. Word, it's just insane. Insane. We all dudes. Yo, my man, back up. Give me 5 minutes. Can I get 5 minutes, dogs? Well, I'm not going nowhere. I gotta leave here. You gonna just give me 5 minutes. Let me get dressed. Let me put some lotion on, some shea butter. Let me get right. Put some deodorant on. And cool. You come. I'm soaking wet. I just got the shower. You got the mic in my face. Pause. Come on, man. Insane. Yo, word up. Yeah, man, crazy. Sorry, I went off topic, man. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking it's like insane. Because him and McKellar sitting right next to each other, they just got the shower, and these dudes just all on their face. It's like, yo, man. You know, see, everybody says they want to be the star, right? They want this. You know, you don't realize what comes with that, right? Kind of going off topic here, but I thought it was a good way. You know, good way to kind of talk about this. You don't realize it, man. You don't realize it. You want the money, but you don't realize what comes with the money. Michael Jordan said it best when he was about to retire. If you guys ever saw it, you guys, I'm sure you guys saw. What was the joint? Remember the joint? What was the joint? What was the ESPN series, man? With him in the Bulls. What was that called again? I forget the series, man. I forget what I was called. He talked about how he was ready to retire. Because it felt like he's in a golden cage. Because he couldn't go out. Remember that? He couldn't go out anywhere. Last Dance, Vaughn, appreciate you. He couldn't go out nowhere. He was just stuck in a hotel room. He couldn't go nowhere. Like, you know, like once again, you think you want, like I'm telling you, true story time with LV. I remember school when I was in school, right? I told you Knicks used to practice at my school. So I was shooting around one day right after practice. J. Joe, MGF. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew, man. LV Live Show. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, please subscribe to the channel, man. This is what I do after every single Knicks game. Please come through, man. Subscribe, man. Come through and rock with me and my crew. Mark Wright, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, Mark. It's my first time seeing you, man, but I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew, man. It's truly appreciated. True story, LV story time. So the Knicks used to practice at my school. So I'm shooting around after practice. And the Knicks were about to practice right after us. So I had to get out the gym. But as I'm finishing up, Allen Houston walks in. He starts shooting. He says, what's up? Gives me a head nod. I say, what's up? So he says, he says something. He's small talk, getting last shots. I said, yeah. I said, yo, man, it must be great being you. He says, nah, it ain't what you think. I said, yo, how you figure? I said, you got all this money and stuff like that. He said to me, true story. He said, yo, man, he said, yeah, but you can go out with your girl to Pizza Hut. I said, yeah. He said, you can go with her to the mall, right? I said, yeah. He said, I can't do that, man. He said, I can't go to Pizza Hut and just go sit there and chill with my wife. And I can't do that, man. I can't just walk around the mall like that. I can't do that. He said, it would be crazy. He said, so the things that I used to do before I became, guarded Knicks and all this other stuff, he said, I can't do no more. He said, I can't do it at all. And when I thought about it, you think about the money, you're like, yeah, nah, whatever. But I'm like, yo, that's kind of crazy. Because that's my first time hearing, a famous person who's got all this money say something like that. Now I'm a young buck. I'm probably all of 20 years old at the time. So I'm just, paying attention to what he's saying. I said, yo, that's ill. You can't go to Pizza Hut? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, whatever. I was with my shorty about a week ago. We went out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Off of campus. But what I'm saying is, he's saying he can't even do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? To think like that. That you just can't go. You know what I'm saying? Just think, can Brunson go? All right, what's a restaurant, right? That everybody could Brunson go to Applebee's? Could Brunson go to Olive Garden? Right? I'm just naming spots that everybody goes to. Could he go to Red Lobster or something like that? Old school, right? Could he do something like that? Brunson couldn't do that, man. Not no spot like that. It would be bananas. But he could probably go to one of those spots down there in Manhattan that no one can go to, like only exclusive spots where it's like $50 a plate. You know what I mean? Like the Italian spots. If you ever take your lady out to some of those spots, like couple of spots, like what's the joint over there on Tribeca? I went out there once. I forgot the name of the spot. Jimmy Chow's, like Jimmy Chow's. Is that Jimmy Chow's? I forget the name of it, man. LV, I'm kind of losing my Jimmy Chow's. I think that's it. It's in Tribeca, man. I think that's what it's called. Mr. Chow's, Jimmy Chow's, man. See, I'm bugging. Mr. Chow's, you know what I'm saying? You go on a spot like that downtown. I've been in Mr. Chow's before, man. It's good food. But you know what I'm saying? Like you go there, like, you know, a couple other spots. You know what I mean? That are real exclusive spots. You know what I'm saying? That dudes, you know, most people don't go to. They go to them spots. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's hard to get up in there. That's where they go. They don't go to regular spots. So it's ill like that. You know what I'm saying? So you just be surprised what these guys got to go through. You know what I'm saying? Just to live their lives, man. Just to live their lives. So, you know, that's why I'm making a statement that I'm saying about Josh is trying to, and these guys are all up in their face. Like, that's how it is, man. These dudes is crazy. Vaughn said Jalen good at just what I'm saying, man. He good over there because not everybody can go there. No. Big Taz, not Mr. Chow's. Mr. Chow's I'm talking about. Mr. Chow's is the old spot. That's down by like Tribeca. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of went off a tangent, man. I apologize, man. Just, you know, LV doing story time with y'all, man. But listen, let's listen to the big cat. He's talking about how the offense is being run through him, which I think is a game changer for this team. Game changer. Let's listen to the big cat.
After game 3, you guys obviously made a more of a concerted effort to run offense through you. Just what did you think about that decision overall, and to have your only career playoff triple doubles to come in the last 3 games? Just what do you make of how?
I just wanted to answer the call. You know, you asked for the opportunities, and they obliged, and you know, I got to repay that trust and that opportunity. So, you know, I just want to do whatever I always talk to y'all about: impact and winning. They gave me, you know, I got more opportunities to do that, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't not take advantage of the opportunities I was given. And I'm proud that I've been able to help us win.
After game 3, you guys obviously made a more of a concerted effort to run offense through you.
Listen, I think that's well said by Towns, man. Well said. Because you guys let me know. I mean, you get to a point. Yuri, I got you. Give me a second, Yuri. You get to a point, right, guys, in your career. Towns, this is year, what is this? Year 11 for Towns, right? Year 11. You get to a point, right, in your career where you got the numbers, you got the accolades. He's going to walk into the Hall of Fame. His numbers speak for themselves. But the thing is, at this point in his career, and Brunson and all these guys, you know, OG, Mikal, of course, Josh, now it's all about winning. So these guys don't really care about the numbers and all that other stuff. They just want to win. That is it. That is the bottom line. These guys want to win. So to Cat's point, whatever he can do to impact winning, Because he know he could drop 30 and 12. He know he could do that. It's easy. But how do we win? Because I want to win. I want to get the ring in the Garden. That's what I want. Because that will make him an immortal in this city if he gets a ring in the Garden. Immortal. Him and Brunson's number will be hanging from the rafters in the Garden, man. They will become immortals in this town. And so that's the focus. Nothing else. And once you have that type of laser focus on that, it's easy if they say, yo, run the offense through you. We just going, all right, cool, bang, let's do it. Because I know I can get mines. But if I see OG got a mismatch or Mikel's got a mismatch or Josh, let's get it because we want to win games. And now also, too, if you notice with Towns, he's getting busy on the defensive end. 2 blocks tonight. Monster on that end of the court. So now it's changing everything. Everything. And it's happening at the perfect time. Timing couldn't be any sweeter. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Discover says Mikel's offense has been terrible this series, but I want to say that his defense, on Nickeil Alexander-Walker, right, was nothing short of perfection. Alexander Walker went off in game 1 and has had his water shut off for the next 5 by Mikel. Yo, Discover, well said, 1,000%, but I'm going to have to take something from you. He didn't really go off in game 1. He really, he wasn't, he might have had some points, but did you really feel his gravity? Nothing. I didn't feel nothing from him. Now, he got busy when we played them in the regular season, that last game. Remember that? We played them at, not at the Garden, but in Atlanta. Right? We felt him then. What he had? He had like 30-something. Right? He hasn't gone off against us like that since. But to your point, it's because of Mikel. That's because of Mikel. Mikel has turned his water off. You're absolutely right. But, Disgrover, I have to say this. With all that being said, tonight's game could be like there's a little what's the word I'm looking for? There's a bonus out of this, not just from the win, but seeing Mikel start to turn the quarter offensively. Because if he starts cooking, this is where you get 140 points. Because you got OG, you got him, both having 24 and 29. So now your wings looking like this. You know what Brunson is. You know what Towns is. Josh or whatever, right? So this is a bonus now. Because hopefully this can wake this guy up. Because he was great defensively. It was just the offense, right? But now, him seeing the ball go through the net. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it, man. Vaughn, team chemistry plus 10,000. Agreed. Agreed after tonight's win. Definitely agree with that. But I love the big cat, man. I love what he said, man. I love what he said, man. You guys are focused on winning, man. These dudes want to win a chip. They don't think about nothing else, man. Nothing else. Okay, let me go here. Okay, all right, cool. Let me go. All right, cool. Let's listen to Mikel, man. Listen to Mikel. Listen to what he has to say, man. Great game for him, man. Great. I'm glad to see he bounce back, man. I truly, truly am, man, because we're going to need this guy, man. We really, really are. We're not going anywhere far if he doesn't really start picking it up offensively. And so to me, man, it's just really, really good to see.
First, the team, the way you guys came out in that first quarter, 35-6 run, is that about as good as everything you can imagine this team to be?
Yeah, just I think our mindset is go out there, play desperate. They're a really good team, really well coached, and couldn't let them get confidence, especially at home. So go out there and play desperate.
First, the team, the way you guys came.
I love what he just said. He said, you cannot let them get confidence, especially at home. And so we came out and played desperate. Look at that. And so the Knicks played like tonight, like they were down 3-1 and they need to get a win so they can get back to the Garden or something like that. That's how they played tonight. So I'm glad that he used the word played desperate tonight. Because that's what I saw. I saw a desperate team out there that was trying to keep their season alive. That's what it felt like. But really, it was a team that's trying to get these boys up out of here to get ready for the next round. So they just flipped it. But the same type of desperation. Awesome. Awesome to see, man. Everybody came to play tonight, man. Everybody came to play. And like I said, guys, we're hitting our stride at the perfect time. Okay. Listen to the captain, man. Listen to what he has to say. Take captain come up in there looking swaggy, man. I'll tell you, man, look like he's from Soho, man. Look like he's about to go to Mr. Chow's. Look at the captain here, man. Look at him right here, man. Look what we got on.
Does a performance like this almost show you what the ceiling can be for this group when you guys are all clicking?
Yeah. I think it's most importantly, it shows us what we're capable of defensively. And I think that's really important. We still have a long road to travel. And so staying locked in and just knowing what we're capable of is it's really important.
Beautiful. Listen, well said by the captain. And he's absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. This shows what they are, man. It shows what they can become. It shows what they can be. And so you got to be happy with that. You have to be. Vaughn says, LV, man, after game 3, you was ready to throw the whole season away. I told you, Knicks in 6. You said, can they win 3 straight? I did, yo, Vaughn. I wasn't ready to throw it away. But I said, yo, they got to tighten up, Vaughn. They got to tighten up. And it looks like they did. They had a real serious conversation, obviously. But Vaughn, you right, though, Vaughn. You right. It wasn't just me, though, Vaughn. It was the whole Knicks universe. Everybody was shaken by this team. And what we saw, the effort and the lack of focus. But trust, Vaughn. Trust, Vaughn. Trust that there was conversations that was had. Guys woke up. Listen, and here's the thing. It ain't just me. Brunson said it. He said we had to get refocused. We had to lock in. They weren't locked in, Vaughn. They wasn't. Big Taz said, and plus, with this win, the 76ers, the Knicks can get some rest. Agreed. Vaughn says, Knicks getting better. The best version of this team is coming. Agreed, man. Agreed. This Grover says, I really thought our boys would let go of the rope when we went up 30-35. And then they just kept burying the Hawks deeper and deeper. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Agreed. You and everybody else in the league, because the league has never seen nothing like this before. Never in the playoffs. Never. And that's the beauty of tonight. First time this has ever been done in the playoffs for the team to go down, or be up on a team like this in the playoffs. Okay. This is Brunson talking about. Okay. Sorry. Okay, this is Brunson talking about winning tonight, the importance and other things. I think he's talking about turning the page and kind of moving on. All right, okay. Okay, let's listen to the captain.
Hey, Jalen, this is your 5th playoff series win since you got here. Before that, there were not many for the franchise. I'm just wondering, for you, how much time and energy do you put towards celebrating a series win at this point versus just moving on to the next?
Feel good about it tonight, and tomorrow we turn the page. It's good to celebrate the wins, but I mean, we can't let this drag on. We got to refocus up. So I mean, wake up tomorrow and on to next.
Agreed. Once again, job's not finished. That's it. They know the goals. They know the expectation. I didn't say it. The owner said it. So they know what time it is, man. They know. And so to his point, yeah, celebrate it tonight. Have fun tomorrow, man. New day. And trust me, these guys know that, man. These guys are battle tested, man. They've been through the wars together. That's the beauty of this team. They've been through the wars. And so they're ready now to kind of take that extra step. And I think they will, man. I think they will. They just got to continue to stay locked in. And I think the Hawks woke them up. I think they did. And now this team has a newfound focus for the playoffs. All right, guys, I dropped the link in the chat. If you guys want to hop on and rock with me, man, and talk to me, let me know how you feel about tonight's win, man. How you feel about tonight's win and the possibility of who we face next. You guys want Boston or you guys want Philly? Who do you guys want? Who do you guys want? Boston or Philly for the next round? It's going to be very interesting, man. Very interesting. Very, very interesting it's going to be, man. Looks like what's called Denver and let me see this. What's the score of the Denver game? Looks like Denver and the Wolves are going back at it, man. It's tied up. Tied up in the third, 69-69. They trying to push that to game 7, man. They're trying to push that to game 7. All right, I got a couple of people in here, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight. Okay.
Mr. LV.
What's going on, Yuri?
That was the most prophetic belt to behind I've ever seen watching any Knicks game. I mean, it was over in the second quarter. There was no coming back being down by 50, 55. So I'm going to give my unbiased take of the game because, as much as I would love to gloat about being up by 55, beating them that bad. Mikal Bridges, welcome back. That's huge. We're going to need him for the next round, and we're going to need him in general. Second thing, it looks like the Knicks, like you said, had a players-only meeting, whatever they had to have after those 2 losses. They woke up and said, yo, we're the New York Knicks. We're tired of being a laughingstock in the playoffs after we choke games. This should give the fans confidence on how they're going to go moving in the playoffs. Of course, they're going to lose games. Let's not sugarcoat it. They're never going to go 16-0. It's impossible. But this should give the fans reassurance on how they're going to come out every single series now. And credit to Mike Brown and the coaching staff. They definitely made their adjustments after those 2 games. The adjustment I really, really liked, and I know you said it was Cat being the hub. And Cat, all his credit, he was so wholesome about it, man. He said basically, yo, I'm in the lab. I'm doing what I want to do for the team to win. And you could just tell there's this aura about these guys. It felt like this team finally had a killer instinct for the very first time in a long time. What says you, LV?
Hey, listen, Yuri, I totally agree, man. I totally agree. I mean, I think, like I said, I think there was definitely a meeting after game 3. Definitely a meeting, and I think these guys finally woke up. But them going through towns is what we've talked about all year. This is nothing new, right? It's fun. So finally they did it, and now look what he's doing. And so to me, this is easy. This is not hard. He's that good of a player. Most players can't do what he does. They can't. They can't just say, okay, we're not going to score points. We're going to do this and just change up your game. Once again, he's going to still be Towns, but his gravity, what he does is what allows everybody else to do what they do. Because they're so worried about him and Brunson, it opens it up for the OG, and now it's opening up for Mikal, who's finally waking up. And OG has had an awesome series. Awesome. And now
No,
because of that, Towns has had 2 triple doubles in the last 3 games. His only 2 of the playoffs ever for him. So, the writing is right there, man, for you. Just continue to ride this, man, and see what happens.
See what happens indeed. And if they continue, that was suffocating defense. I felt like I was watching 90s Knicks basketball where they would just chip you. They didn't care if a foul was called. They didn't care if anything. It felt like I was rewatching that era. And I wasn't born during that time. I was born in 98. So I never got to experience Patrick Ewing. I never got to experience John Starks. I never got to experience that 90s Knicks defense where they would just fatigue the crap out of you. You could just tell Jalen Johnson, CJ McCollum, Corey Kispert, all those Atlanta players, they felt gassed. They had no life. It felt like they gave up in the second quarter. And I'm sorry, I know you have no playoff experience, but that's embarrassing. And that's probably going to be the talk of the league for the rest of the playoffs. Like, I get it, you had a great regular season, but playoffs, if there was an example of a series that I could show, hey, what's the difference between regular season basketball and playoff basketball? Look no further than the New York Knicks and Atlanta Hawks in 2026. What says you, LB?
Hey, listen, man. Look, experience is the key. And that's why a lot of people felt the Knicks should have won this in 5, or some people were calling for a sweep, right? Because the experience shows. And then also, too, Yuri, they don't have the firepower to deal with us. They don't have the bodies. They just don't. And so what you saw tonight was just basically an accumulation of everything. And the Knicks hitting their stride and really, really taking care of, the Hawks where they should. He got after it defensively. And once they did, they just pretty much used their weapons, man. That's it. We were too much for them, man. And so I just think that when you kind of combine all those things, the intensity, being locked in, getting after it defensively, of course, and then using everybody the way they should be used offensively, you see this, right? The Knicks up 60-19 at one point in this game. And this is what happened.
60-15. 60-15. Whatever it was. It was just, you had even other fan bases tuning into the game and saying, yo, is that the New York Knicks? Is that the Knicks that choked game 2 and game 3? And it's like, yeah, that's the New York Knicks. That's what they look like when they're actually locked in. And I got a funny feeling that was a statement to that league as well, saying, yo, if you run into the Knicks, you got to deal with Cat, who's playing out of his mind right now. You got to deal with Mikal, who just woke up. And now you got to deal with OG. And I want to get to OG real quick. OG is why you paid that guy the money. He is the guy that if you need a bucket, you need a 3-point shot to start a run, OG's going to be your guy. Or if you need OG to dunk on somebody, he's going to be that guy. OG is the prime example of locking up a player in his prime and using him to his fullest potential. And we finally got to see utilization of the double big lineup this series, which is why Tom Thibodeau was fired. Yes, have we crapped on Mike Brown those first 2 games? Absolutely. He deserved it. But give Mike Brown credit when his credit was due. He made adjustments, and it showed that the Knicks won this series by their throat. So, yeah, a great series overall for the Knicks. Finished in 6 games. Would I love the Knicks in 5? Absolutely. But you did what you had to do. You got the series done. And now, if it stands corrected right now, if all these games are forced for a game 7 for tomorrow, the Knicks get even more rest, from what I'm understanding. What says you, LV?
Yeah, listen, you nailed it, Yuri. This is what it's all about, man. The fact that what's going on over there in Boston is beautiful because now these guys get to rest. Remember, they were supposed to play Saturday, but now that's going to push things back to where the Knicks either play Monday or maybe Tuesday, depending on scheduling or whatever. So the Knicks are going to have a whole weekend off. And then depending on who wins on Saturday, they'll either have their first game semifinals at the Garden to play Philly, which would be beautiful, or be going down I-95 all the way out there to Boston to play them. So, once again, we're staying close to home. It doesn't matter, right? And I think we beat both of them. So I'm not worried about either one of them. Of course, both teams provide they kind of give different challenges, right? Of course. But to me, it doesn't matter because I think we had the weapons and the answers, right? To pretty much figure out whatever type of thing they throw at us. I think we're good. I think in both series, whoever it is, the Knicks win it in 6. That's it.
That's why I said 2. Knicks win in 6 on my end, no matter the series. And oh my God, Denver is choking hard right now. It's 74-78. Minnesota's up by 4 right now. Man, all these games that can go into a game 7, starting with Detroit. I think Detroit loses on tomorrow, though. I'm going to segue real quick into that. I think Detroit loses tomorrow. I think Cleveland Raptors, if Quickly comes back on time, which it doesn't look like it, I think that goes 7 still. I don't trust James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, especially given how choking they were that last game. Do I still think they win? Probably, most likely to probably win, given how talented that team is right now. And since they don't have Emmanuel Quickly, I think the Raptors do lose eventually. We got Wembanyama on the West Coast side. You got OKC on that side as well. You know what I mean? I'm interested to see what Wembanyama and OKC really do in the playoffs, though. I'm very interested to see what happens. So how's the bracket looking right now, all things considering, besides us?
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I think Detroit loses. I think they lose tomorrow. I think even with Franz being out, the way they almost lost the other game at home with
Kate Cunningham,
that tells you everything. Kate's not going to score 50 again on Friday, and so I'm not worried about that. I think the Magic take care of business at home. I think this is going to probably go maybe 7 games with Toronto and Cleveland because they both look like a joke of a team. So, anybody else that's out there, the way the Knicks are playing, they look like the best of everybody. So, I think we're back in the finals based on how we're playing right now. I'm jumping out the window. I'm saying I think we're in the finals. I think we beat everybody.
1 game at a time for me.
And so for me, that's how we got to approach it. And the reason why they got to approach it the same way Mikal Bridges said, he used the perfect word, desperation. You got to have a desperation approach to this because these guys know that this is it. This is the window. This is the window. There's no team out there, maybe outside of OKC, that could beat the Knicks, right? In a 7-game series. So you approach this with desperation, and I think we're good. What else you got for me, Yuri? You got anything else? Hello? Hello, Yuri? Hello? I don't know what happened to Yuri here. All right, guys, I'm going to get to the next caller. Hey, listen, guys, when you guys come through rocking with me, right, please turn off your cameras. Cameras off for me, please. Please turn off your cameras. YouTube acts crazy, man, so I want to make sure I don't get flagged on it like that, so please. All right, okay, I got my next person up here. Tony, what's going on, man? It's your world, man. What's going on? Talk to me.
What's up, LV? Good blessings to you, my brother. How'd you enjoy this game tonight?
Oh, man, I felt great, man. I felt great. Once I saw it was 40-15 after the first quarter, I said game over. I was just coasting. I was on my laptop chilling, getting things prepared for the channel, and that's it. I wanted to see Tony. When was he going to move the starters in the third quarter? Because I don't want anybody to get hurt, right? That's what I wanted.
Right. So for me, and I'm over here cleaning up my barbershop or whatever because I can't sleep, and I'm like, guys are just messy. So I told Ant 10 minutes ago, I said after when we lost the first game, everybody was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? We giving them the momentum. And I said to Ant and everybody, I said, oh, it's 1 loss. I said, LB, I'm not gonna hold you. This year in this playoff series, I feel so confident that I've been missing games. As opposed to last year, every game was like, nail biting, like what's gonna happen and everything. This year, I feel like I'm ready to like make my own NBA championship hat right now. I feel like it's our year. I feel like whoever wins the next series, whoever, Sixers, Boston, whatever, I think we win in 5, 6 the most. After that series, whether it's Detroit or whoever, I feel the same thing. We're gonna win in 5 or 6. And the finals, I really feel. I've been calling it since the season tournament. I really think it's going to be the Spurs and the Knicks. And if that's the case, we win in 6. Period. And I feel like the way we envision this team to be playing is exactly how they're playing right now. This is what we brought Bridges and OG and made that trade for Towns and picked up some guys to fulfill the bench. I feel like the way we're playing is the way the league, or maybe it's just me, this is what I expected us to be playing like. So like how we're playing, I'm not surprised. I feel like this is the reason why we made all these trades and signings, right? So now nobody talking about the 5 draft picks from Mikal. Ain't nobody talking about Cat being inconsistent. Like, let's be real. A few months ago, we was talking down on our team like, are we even going to make the playoffs? Now everybody's like, oh, excited in line, waiting for their NBA championship hat. You know what I mean? Like, I knew at some point it didn't matter what coach we were bringing here. It's about the team itself and the players that they were brought here by Leon Rose. If the team was going to believe in themselves to see themselves as NBA, not contenders, but as championship material. We're not making these moves to be contenders or get to the finals. We're making these moves to get that chip because New York City needs it. And at the end of the day or whatever, how this team is playing right now, I'm not surprised. And it don't even matter about who coaching it. It's about leadership, right? You have Brunson. You noticing since that one game where he took the 26 shots, he's limiting his shots. He obviously sees that Cat is more consistent when it comes to the wire. Playoff time, he's a different player. He dishing out 10 assists. That's unexpected. That's something else now teams got to figure out. All right, they got their big man hitting triple doubles. Can't leave Brunson to attack the paint. He's going to dish out. You got OG and Mikal now, where if they get high and consistent and they knocking down shots, who in the East is stopping that? And we're just only talking about their starting 5. We ain't talking about the Jose Alvarados, the McBrides, the Sohan, the Tyler Kolex, the Diarra. Like, we're deep. And I feel as though whatever, like, I don't think we owe any recognition to Mike Brown. I think it's more so the players just took upon themselves to take the initiative to be like, you know what? We do have the good team. And they're probably looking in the mirror and saying, you know what? We can beat Cleveland. We can beat Philly. We can beat Detroit. Like, I just feel like they playing right now really good team ball. But the one key to it now is they're playing confidently as a team. So there's no Superman on the team. It's Batman and Robin. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, is picking it up. You know, the next series, the first game, you never know. OG might score 35. Mikal might dump 40 on the team. You know what I mean? Like, that's the unexpectancy of the team. You don't know who's going to have that hot hand. And if you get 3 out of those 5 starters that are knocking shots and putting up 20, it's going to be hell for the East. That's all I got, LV.
Yo, Tony, I appreciate you coming through rocking with me tonight, man. It's truly appreciate it. Can you continue to come through, man? Once again, I'm going to go live again after the first game, so come through, Tony, man. I appreciate
Absolutely, man. I appreciate the love. Shout out to New York City. Shout out to Harlem. We in the building, and I'm for real, everybody. Like, the next series, I don't care who we play. Philly, Boston, even if we start the series 0-2, we're going to win. It's our year. Period. And everybody in the West, them top teams, San Antonio and OKC, they are hoping and praying that they don't see us in the finals because they know they're not going to beat us.
Agreed. Well said, Tony.
I want Detroit, LV. I want Detroit because that series might be better than the finals.
Right.
We're gonna get like some 90s old, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's throw the ones up type series. You know what I mean? Like, we need that. NBA needs that. And I wish that like they made like the NBA like before the championship, like the conference finals, they should put it on pay-per-view and had no rest and let them just street ball. They'll make money. Let them players play. They in the league. Ain't no higher level than the NBA. Let them players play, man. You calling nonsense calls and you controlling the game and the outlook. Like, let them boys play. We too soft as a nation. This generation now is soft. We need to like go back to the hood. Like when you go out there and play in street ball, ain't nobody worrying about getting chipped in the chin, losing the tooth, bleeding. Like, come on, man. I want to see some old school Anthony Mason, like Charles Oakley type basketball. Feel me? I'm hyped. I'm hyped, LV. I'm sorry.
As you should be, man.
It's 11:35. I ain't going to sleep till like 4 in the morning. I got like shout out to me. Period. From the fact I wind up losing everything 4 years ago. I had businesses and invested in the wrong people, and God turned it around for me, man. I just want to let everybody know because I've been on and off, but I've been like, God's been blessing me so much, man. I got this beautiful barbershop in Jersey. I got my car business, and I'm doing construction. Like, I'm doing big things, but it's not me doing it. It's God running it for me. And I just want to say to anybody out there that's going through any struggle in life, give it to God. Because at the end of the day, the greatest hug you'll ever receive is the one he gives you and the one you give yourself every morning. Peace and love, and God bless everyone.
Peace. But God bless you, man. Appreciate you. That's my man Tony coming through, dropping heat. Everybody in the chat, please put a fire emoji in the chat for my guy Tony coming through, dropping heat. Also praying signs. If you believe in a higher power, which I do, he is first in my life. Please put the praying hands in there, but drop that heat, drop that fire. Tony coming through with that energy tonight. Everybody in the chat, put fire emojis in the chat for my guy Tony. Great breakdown from him, and he's 1,000% correct about this team. 1,000% correct. 1,000%. Great call from him, man. Great call from him. Great call, man. Great call. Tony said he want to take it outside, pay-per-view. He said he wants them playing at the Rucker or playing at Delcho's gym. That's where he wants them playing. Soul in a Hole in Brooklyn, the Cage downtown in Manhattan, West 4th. He said, we don't want it in the Garden. We want it outside on pay-per-view. Take it to the Cage. Tony up in here dropping heat on the LV Live show. Big shouts to you, Tony. All right, got another person in here. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. It's your world, sir.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Eric?
Oh, man, that was great, man. I tell you, man, it started on the defensive end. The whole Hawks team was in jail. Every time they try to make a move, man, everybody was just moving them puppies and deflections and everything. We just ran them straight up out the gym. We ran them out the gym. I'm telling you, man. Even Brunson is D'ing up. He's moving. He's trying. I love seeing it, man. And OG is, man, that dude is he's becoming a great two-way player, man. He is just really doing great, man. And I'm glad that Bridges is getting it together because we're gonna need him next round, whether we playing against Boston or Philly. We're gonna need him against Tatum and Brown, or if it's Philly with Maxey and Edgecombe and Paul George, and we're gonna need him. We're gonna need everybody, man. And I'm telling you, man, Philly gonna be a problem, man. If Embiid is healthy, but we could take it. We could beat anybody. The way we playing, we could beat anybody. Because you know what? We had another gear. You see the problem with like teams like Detroit that went all out every game. They don't have another gear for the playoffs. You can't raise your level. We're raising our level. That's why Detroit is in trouble. They in trouble. Let's see what happens. But I said the same thing I felt all along. If we raise our level, go to another gear and get locked in, we can play and beat anybody. It's just a matter of us being, focused. And it starts on defense because sometimes your shots are not hitting. You're not making your shots. But if you can lock down, you're going to be in the game. And that's what we're going to need going forward. All right. Another thing I wanted to shout out to, the bench, Deuce. Even last game when he didn't score, but he was so effective on defense and with his activity and everything. And he's what he's bringing. Alvarado is just, he's a pest. He's everywhere. He is just in everybody's shorts, man, just making life miserable. And I want to give a shout out to Clausen, because Clausen was in the basement for a while. He was out of the rotation, and we were like, he was done. And all of a sudden, he dusted them off, and every day he's making a contribution. And whether it's scoring, getting his shot, or just playing D, getting loose balls, offensive rebounds. So I'm really happy with the team, from that standpoint. And of course, money making Mitch, that dude, he's awesome, man. So I'm flying high, man. Looking at our Knicks, man, and we ready for the next challenge. Stay locked in, boys. We could beat anybody, and we could definitely make the finals.
Absolutely, Eric Green. I appreciate your call tonight, brother.
Hey, all the time, man. I appreciate what you do, man. It's always a joy, when I see that notification coming. So we're gonna come and chop it up, man. And all the callers. I mean, we got so many great callers. I just look forward to hearing from all these people, man. It's just a great community that we got going, man. So well done, my brother.
Absolutely, I appreciate that, man. Have a great night. Great win tonight.
All right, you too. Take care. Peace.
Peace, man. All right, that's my man Eric Green. A lot of great callers tonight, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Great win for them boys. Great win. Great calls. Everybody, man. It was just awesome wins, man. It feels good, man. Feels good. But I love it even better because now the Knicks can rest. Josh can rest his back. OG can rest. Brunson can rest his ankle. Everybody can chill right now. And we can figure out where we're going. Is Philly coming here or are we going to the Beantown? You guys let me know. All right, but listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Also, too, it's your first time coming through rock with me. Please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, if you're kind of watching this on replay gang, right, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, listen, that's my show. Big time win for the boys, 140-89. The Knicks win the series 4-2. They're going to the Eastern Conference semifinals, man, for the first time, excuse me, for the fourth time in 4 years, man. So it's great to see. So definitely got to see exactly who we got, man, Philly or Boston, man. So I'll be going live after that game when we figure out when we're playing, hopefully probably sometime next week. So I'll be going live after that. So pretty much please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.